today, driving. That's why I got my driver glasses on, right? But we're on our way up to North Carolina tonight, and then we're gonna head to Washington, D.C. tomorrow, just to visit some friends, family, run some errands, maybe stop by and see the Donald. Who knows, you know. But anyway, so I'm not playing my violin tonight, obviously. But if you have any questions or comments, I figured I'd do like a Q&A session, right? So you can ask me any questions about the music. Maybe if you have any questions about practicing music or education or about life. So we'll just give it a try. We can see you in the back, baby. I don't know if that's bad or not. My wife is there behind me, and Kingston Boy is there too. So if you have any questions for me, I'm a open book, I guess, to some extent. Also, let me know if you can hear me well. I've never done a live stream while driving, so I don't know if it's noisy in the background. But let me know if you can hear me. Let me know where you are in the world, and if you have any questions for me. So while this is going, I'll just kick it off. I had a really cool session the other day with a couple folks that are regulars on the live stream, and that was really fun. Ben and Janet and Ben's son, they live up in Canada, and it was really cool to like actually connect with them in real time, see their faces. We did like a Google Meet call. We talked about practicing music. Ben's son is 6. He's learning piano and some other instruments, and so asked for advice because I practice music all the time. Every time I'm doing my live stream or even a performance, I consider it to be a practice session, practicing music. And I know that for a lot of people, practicing can be frustrating. Like I know a few questions that Ben had was like, hey, you know, how often should my son be practicing piano, and for how long, and what to practice? Those questions often come up, and I've heard that from other people too, like, is my practice being effective, you know? And so I was able to get some good insights on what the goals were and how to achieve them. Hey, we got Wild Rose up in the house. Good morning, good to see you. Just woke up half an hour ago. My goodness. Really? Well, good morning to you. It's what time is it here? 7:45 in the evening here, so I'll soon be saying good evening. But yeah, hey Wild Rose, I'm not playing music tonight, obviously. Let me know if you can hear the sound okay. No, practicing is relaxing. Yeah, we're on the road today, so I'm hoping that in between everything, I'll get to play some music. We're going up to Washington, D.C. to do some visiting, sightseeing, and run some errands and things. So, yeah, you may have to watch one of the replays or something, or I do have, I've been mentioning it in my other live streams, I have a Patreon, and I've been taking these long videos, chopping them up so that it's just like the music. You can get the music without having to worry about ads or interruptions. So if you're interested in that, I do have that available. Patreon.com/JosephEB. But yeah, right now, if anybody has any questions for me, I'm driving, so I'm glancing at my phone, but also keep my eyes on the road because I'm a safe driver. Let me see. We got Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. Good to see you. Ben jamming the bass on the road again. Yeah, sometimes I can't wait to get on the road again too. Yeah, I was just telling everybody about you, Ben, and how I got to meet with you and Janet and your son in person, well, on the Google Meet, and that was such a cool meeting. We got to talk about practicing music, practicing piano. That was really fun. And so instead of doing a performance live stream playing some music, since I'm on the road, I was going to do a question and answer. See if anybody had any questions for me, and see if I either can answer them or get my mind churning on thinking about them deeply. While goes 1:42, fell asleep 8 p.m., ignoring my sister's calls and messages. Hello, Joshua. Good to see you. Cool. We got the whole crew tonight, man. This is what's up. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ashton, such a cool kid. He's 6 years old. He's figuring out how to play songs by ear on the keyboard. Like he'll listen to, what was the White Stripes he was playing, Seven Nation Army, and like just being able to hear it and play it. I think that's totally awesome. So that's really cool. Hello, Jackson. Estoy bien, ¿y tú? ¿Dónde vives, Jackson? ¿Estás en Argentina? No recuerdo. ¿De dónde es usted? Joshua. Happy New Year. Feliz Año Nuevo. Good to see you. Alright, working on being a safe driver as well. So right now we're on the road we live in Atlanta, Georgia, or Decatur, where it's greater. We're traveling up to Washington, D.C., and it's about a 10-hour drive. So we decided to break it up. So we're driving about 5 hours tonight. Halfway is Greensboro, North Carolina. And then we're going to drive the rest of the way tomorrow. So,
Let me see.
yeah, so good to see you.
I think the car. Oh. You put it in here.
Sí, mi familia está bien también. Ellos están aquí. Mi esposa y mi niño. Yeah, my family's doing good.
Now, I'm a big rich.
Hope everyone is having a good day. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I would like to be playing some music tonight. I always love sharing music. It's like a great joy of mine. It's actually, when I think about practicing music, I think about music as a practice, and it's like, I see it as a service, an opportunity to share. So I like to encourage people when they're practicing music to come from that perspective, not how is this good for me, but how is this good for others? And with that motivation, I think there's a lot further you can go. So yeah, there's some thoughts about music practice. Bendiciones. How's your road trip? Hello, Jennifer. Hey, so far so good. It's a little bit rainy. We stopped in Greensville, South Carolina, for some pho, some soup, and it was pretty super. What was the first pho place called? You remember it? Pho Noodleville was the first one, but it was like a 40-minute wait to get food. We're like, we gotta get on the road. So then we found another one that was like 5 minutes up the road called Phenomenal, and there was like a 2-minute wait. We're like, okay. Like, why? Is it that much different? But we got our fun. It was good. Tasty. Helping us get over our colds. So we started driving around 4 p.m.
Oh, it's going back down.
And now it's 7, so 2.5 hours.
He's going too fast.
2.5 hours we were driving, and then we stopped for some food. And now we're back on the road. ¿En qué parte de los Estados Unidos estás? Estoy en Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. It's in the southwest part of Atlanta, of the United States. And right now we're traveling to Washington, D.C. for a couple of days. Hope you have a good time. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. I do live streams where I play music and bring the vibe to all y'all. Let's see. What's what I say? ¿Cómo está el frío? No, frío, hace frío, no hace frío. Ahora mismo no es frío. It's not cold right now. Today it's been like 60 something degrees, and this whole last week in the 60s and 70s. Nice. Even though it's winter time, it's nice. But next week is supposed to be cold again. So, are they all puns? Puns. I love puns. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Let's see here. Mucho frío. ¿Dónde estás tú? How many languages do you speak? Good question. So, English is my first language. And then I aprendí español en la escuela. I learned Spanish in school. And I also learned more. I went to Mexico after college for a summer, and that really solidified my language. And then more recently, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I was at a Spanish-speaking church and was doing music there, so that really helped me practice. So English, Spanish, Portuguese. Falo un poquito portugués porque es similar a Portuguese is similar to Spanish. And I used to play capoeira, and so capoeira we learned the Portuguese songs and do Brasil, Português do Brasil. So I know some Portuguese. I'm learning. When I was in college, I studied voice singing, and so we learned art songs from different languages. So French and Italian art songs and German art songs. So I know a little bit of German and Italian and French. Yeah, a little bit. And then I've been studying biblical languages. I started with Greek probably when I was in high school or early college. I started learning Koine Greek, biblical Greek. And then I think I was in college maybe after college I started learning Hebrew. And so I'm able to read Greek and Hebrew pretty well. I'm not super conversational with I can listen to and hear what's going on, but I want to be able to speak Hebrew. We went to Greece, me and some friends, a long time ago, 16 years ago, and my study of Greek through the Bible was able to help me to listen and understand what some people were saying there in Greece.
I need to take a coffee.
So those, and then Swahili, Kiswahili. I know Kidogo, Kiswahili. So I know some different languages. Oh, and Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. I wanted to learn a whole bunch of languages. I was on Duolingo, and I had 12 different languages I was going to work on. I was like, look, let me just focus on one. I already knew Spanish, Portuguese. So I was like, what's the hardest language I could learn? And I was like, oh, how about Chinese? So I started learning Chinese, and it's really neat. So I can say some things in Chinese. Ni hao, ma, wo hen hao, zhou guo ren ma. That's only a few things I can say, but I was actually able to help out with a Chinese language learning camp one summer because my neighbor was Chinese and she was hosting this camp, and she said, oh, you're a musician, why don't you come and teach this drumming class that shows how the rhythms, the emphasis on different syllables in Chinese can be mimicked with drums. So I taught that class, and I was like, wo hen hao, zai jian, and anyway, I don't know how many languages that is, but I love languages. Even if I could just say hello in 1 or 2 languages, that's super exciting. Anyway, that's my language. Love of languages. And check and see if there's any messages. And also I'm being safe on the road, Don't you worry. How many languages do you speak? Okay. Did you have a gig or was that a private travel? Just private travel. I mean, I brought my instruments and stuff because you never know what may happen. So I plan to do a live stream playing music, at least at some point while we're out here. But I'm going to visit. My brother lives out in DC. We got some friends that live there, but mostly to go to. My wife needs to do some work in DC for passport stuff, whatever. I don't have to give details. You don't have to know all the details. But anyway, just running some errands and stuff. But yeah, but if you're in DC and you want me to come play for you, let me know. We can hook it up. All right, let me see. We have. Oh, that's really cool. I'm only English, a little Spanish, and a tiny bit of Korean. Ah, Korean is fun. We had a friend that was Korean. His name was what was his name? I'll remember it later, but anyway, he was trying to teach us Korean. This is years ago when I lived in Colorado. Español es bueno. Voy a ir para Georgia para tocar música y aprender inglés conmigo. Yay! Come on, Jackson. Bring it. We'll do it. My dog speaks German. That's cool. Georgia. Soon. Come on soon. I play the drums. Hey, we could jam out when you come. Oh my goodness. Ben says. Wild Rose says Ben because he's a German Shepherd, right? That's good. Let's see. Well, I hope you have a good travel. Thank you, Jennifer, and I hope never give up. Always believe in yourself. Never doubt yourself. Thank you so much. When the pastor that married us was in the Spanish-speaking church, and his name was Pastor Samuel
Jackson.
Not Samuel Jackson. Somehow his name was when it was translated to English, it was German Shepherd, because it was Pastor Samuel Aleman, which translates it to German Shepherd, Pastor Aleman, which I think is kind of funny. But anyway, that was years ago. All right. Been jamming. I use German commands. Oh wow, his dog responds to German commands. Do you speak German, Ben? I figured training would be easier in her native language. So yeah, that's interesting. Wow. Jackson says, "Do you like basketball?" Yes, I like basketball. Kingston likes football. Kingston's my 2-year-old boy, our 2-year-old boy, and he's super into football right now. Not football soccer, but football Americano. He's always like, "Hey, draw me a football and draw me a helmet." And when we have a little toy football, he's like throwing and catching. It's so much fun. But yeah, I like basketball too. Is it hot, baby? Let me turn up the. Okay. We got Samaria Sonia. Hello. Hi, how are you? Doing good. Hey, we got Lot Mix Vlog. Come on, check out your channel. I think I saw some cool stuff there. I'm gonna look and see. We are going to Washington D.C. from Atlanta, Georgia to Washington D.C. Just driving. We gotta run some errands and stuff up there and visit some friends. And we'll also probably hit some of the museums while we're there. You know, go to the mall with the Washington Monument and the statues and all the cool stuff, and the Smithsonian. So we'll see how that goes. If you know of nice restaurants in Washington D.C. that you could recommend for us, please let us know. We like restaurants. Ben says, "Only the commands I use." What are some German commands that your dog understands? Yeah. So usually I do a live stream where I play music and violin and guitar, but obviously I'm not doing that right now because we're on the road. So I figured I still want to do a live stream though and do like a question and answer. See if you have any questions for me. Questions about music, questions about life, language, practicing,
You have to keep your eyes open.
I have to keep my eyes on the road. Yeah. Charlotte is coming up. Yeah. But also I will mention that I do have in the description there's some links you can check if you want to be in the loop. I've got an email list that I send out messages on when and where I'll be performing when I'm doing live streams usually and things like that. Also, you can join the inner loop, the Patreon thingy, patreon.com/JosephEReed, and you can be one of the founding members like Ben and some other people. So there I take these long form videos, my songs, and I chop them up so that you can download them, listen to them on demand. And I also will be putting more like chord charts and other resources so that you can jam out with me whenever you want. And it's also a really cool place to communicate there too, exclusive to the group. Yeah, I see. Jackson says, ¿Qué música artista conoces de Venezuela? No sé. Do you know who's a musician from Venezuela that you know? I don't know. Sometimes I know of musicians, but I don't know like where they're from or what their names are. Like, oh, that's by that person. Platz is lay down. Platz. Sitz is sit. That makes sense. Nein is no. Hus is. See, Kingston's gonna learn German too. Hus is recall command. I think I got that one wrong, but it's too late now. Sumari says you can sing a song. Yeah, that's true. And we got Nightbot in the house saying support the music. You can leave a tip. Check out the merch, One Man Orchestra merchandise, or join the inner loop. Patreon.com/JosephEReed. I'm having a lot of fun with the inner loop thing, the Patreon. Like it's really neat to kind of have like an exclusive location for stuff. And I'm really gonna put more things there. And one thing I learned, they have like a way to do like live streams there, and also I have other stuff from different genres, you know, of art, like some visual artwork and some poetry and stuff. So I may expand and start putting some of those things there too, but maybe more in the future. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, hey, we'll just go for a little while longer, I guess. Any questions for me? It's kind of a Q&A session. I got some questions for y'all. So I try to remember where people are from, because it's really cool to make those connections, like, oh, this person's in Germany, or this person's in Canada, or this person's in Argentina. Sometimes I forget those, so if you want to let me know where in the world you are, we have a truly international group here on the live stream. It's really fun. Can you sing a song yet? What song would you like for me to sing? I don't know if I can sing it. What? This?
Yes.
No, it's not going. Forrest Frank. Kingston wants me to sing Forrest Frank. Which song by Forrest Frank, Kingston? Sparrows in South Carolina. Hey, we're in South Carolina presently. We're driving through. That's cool. Ben one's way far down. Hey. So I know the words to my own song. Okay, no problem. What does he say? Intercambiar music. I have to exchange music. Falling Away. Hey, y'all should check out. Do I have a link to my album in the description? I have an album of songs that I sing, like original songs. The album's called Falling Away. I don't think Way Far Down is on that one. But anyway, and also I've got other songs that I've recorded. Thank you, Sparrow. So yes, you should check that out. I'll sing part of it. Then I'll sing the song for Kingston. So Hang on, let me think of the words.
Yeah.
No, but we found it on YouTube. Oh, good. That's good. All right, Kingston. What song you want, Kingston? I need you now more than ever. Won't you put my heart back together? I search the world to my head just to find out you're always better. Oh, oh, you're always better. Oh, oh, you're always better. Oh, oh, you're always better. Jesus, you're always better. Lord, I am so thankful for the way that you bless me. Everything you say is making waves like a jet ski. You love every part of me, even when I was messy. Now I see the art in your beauty, so I can finally sing out. Jehovah, Jireh, provider. My way always gets me higher. Even in my darkest day, you're my lighter, my Messiah. Oh Lord, I need you now more than ever. Won't you put my heart back together? I search the world to my head just to find out you're always better. Oh, oh, you're always better. Oh, oh, you're always better. Oh, oh, you're always better. Jesus, you're always better. What's that, Kingston? Kingston loves Forrest Frank. Forrest Frank is his favorite artist. What do you say, my son? Forrest Frank. Gustavo Dudamel, famous director of orchestra in Venezuela. Oh, he plays with Coldplay. Oh, wow. That's cool. No way I'm stealing request for Kingston. Oh, goodness. You got it, Kingston. Let me see if I can remember way far down. Took a free fall into space. Checked out heaven for a change. Now I'm screaming and I just can't figure out if I'm running from or running to the chase. Never once been so alive, so free to spread my wings and fly across the sky. And the only thing I just can't do without is knowing you are right here by my side. 'Cause it's way far down and I can't get my feet back on the ground. 'Cause it's way far down, but I'm not going back to Lonely Town. Kingston's gonna beatbox on this. Way far down. Sorry, my voice is like not what I want it to be right now. The cold and other things. Hey, way far down. Ben likes that song. I like that song too. I haven't sung that in a long time. What's that, Kingston? Thank you. Somebody else had another song, wasn't it? Oh, Falling Away. How does it go? I used to hold tight to these teachings and maxims. Now they've been washed away, leaving scars in their tracks. And though I've lost my way, I still keep on. Oh my goodness, I forgot the words. I'm falling away. There's a lot of words in that song. I'm falling away. I have to review that. Thank you, Maria Sonia. What song, Kingston? You're stuck? Cool. Hey, I'm gonna keep practicing that Way Far Down song. So I don't know if I told y'all some of the story why I don't really sing so much anymore. I lost my voice years ago, maybe 8 years ago now, and I found it, most of it, but I was out playing, you know how I do, like there on the square. But I was singing and playing guitar, and I oversang, and I felt like my voice like popped. I'm like, whoa, that's not good. And like my voice was totally gone. And so I had been singing, like singing was what I did most of the time, playing guitar, singing. I was part of some singing groups, you know, and I couldn't sing anymore. So Kingston's singing now. So I had to shift to doing pretty much all violin and guitar. It's really kind of scary, but give my voice time to like recover. It eventually came back, but since then I haven't been able to sing for a long time, and not at the level I used to do, which is wild because like I used to sing, like I studied voice in college. I used to teach vocal music. Oh, look at this big peach. See this baby on the left? You see?
See the what?
Up here on the left. Big peach.
Oh, see the peach.
Wow. This is giant peach. It's like a water tower or something. Anyway, so that's kind of my story. It's weird, eh? I can't remember what I was saying about that. But anyway. And you have studied singing, right? Yeah. So I studied singing in college. Yeah, James and the Giant Peach. He's on top. This little boy sitting on the top of the peach. It's a big, big peach. It's a giant peach. Yeah, Kingston. What was the question? Yeah, I went to Colorado State University. Studied voice. When I was in school, my first instrument was violin, in like 3rd grade. And then I played that through like high school. When I got to high school, they didn't have an orchestra at my high school. So I played with the orchestra in the community. And I never took violin lessons or anything. I just kind of kept up with the class. So when I got to college, so I switched to voice in high school. When I got to college, I had a choice. I wanted to either pursue voice or pursue violin. But when I auditioned for violin, they were like, you're not really good enough. So okay. So I did voice. So I love it. So yeah, I taught middle school. When I graduated from college, I taught middle school chorus, singing, choir. I did that for several years. So I love singing. I always love like a cappella groups and stuff like that. So that's what I love to do. ¿Dónde aprendiste a tocar violín y guitarra? So I learned, when I was in school, I learned violin. So elementary school, junior high, high school. Well, not at my high school, but during high school. They had school programs. And then guitarra, when I went to college, I just picked up guitar and just pretty much on my own. People would show me chords here and there, or I'd look up stuff on the internet a little bit and just kind of try to practice on my own. So I learned guitar. If you learn guitar, like a few chords, you can do a lot of stuff. So then I just practice all the time because it was fun. So I started violin when I was 8, started guitar when I was 18, and then just kept practicing from there. Yeah, and that all. I was 8 when we lived in Kansas when I was 8. I lived in California for a bit, and then Colorado when I was in high school and college. Wild Rose says, I would lose my mind if everything else stops to function properly. I am used to that. My singing voice is always there. Yeah, it's kind of, the time that I lost my voice, I had already gone through like some different transitions in life. Like I was teaching voice in school, teaching as a music teacher, and then like I retired from teaching and like moved to Georgia, and so it was already like this process of like leaving some old things behind, and so then, you know, when I lost my voice, I had already been through that kind of transition of losing stuff, I think, and so it didn't hit me as hard as I thought. And like a few years later was like COVID, and I had already been like, you know, kind of just sort of like off the grid, sort of. And so when COVID happened, I didn't really feel like this big shakeup. So I feel like I was kind of prepared for these changes. But yeah, it is a little bit weird to like have to transition like that, you know. All right, let's see here. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Benjamin the Bass says, more schools need music programs. Yeah, I think music is like super important for learning. You know, I see learning as like really getting into the curiosity and playfulness. Like the best learning happens when you're playing. And so music, you know, you play music. You know, sometimes I think the joy is sucked out of education. You know, these kids sometimes are stuck inside of math class, and the teacher says, you know, do this, do that, you know, and you shuffle off to the next class. And without the playfulness, it's like kind of training us to be androids or something. But music is harder, I think, to suck the joy out of it. Though I've seen some music teachers do that, where it's like not so much fun anymore. But I think music is vital. Also, music is like, it's a language. If you can learn how to hear and how to communicate through music, it helps with learning to listen and communicate in other realms of life. So I think music is very, very important for, you know, for like everything. How's the weather there? Hey, the weather's not bad. It's nighttime here, but it's not freezing cold. It's maybe 60 degrees or so. So we're enjoying the weather right now, though it's supposed to get colder soon, in the next couple of days. How's the weather where you are? Where are you? Hey, it's Janet. Janet says, I concur, Ben. It's up to you now. Oh, that's another thing. So I taught in the schools for, you know, so many years, decade or so. And it's cool being a music teacher. And I also taught private lessons and things like that. But after teaching here in Georgia, I started kind of exploring other educational philosophies and modes, and really moved towards becoming a big proponent of homeschooling. And like, I believe, just from being my experience as a teacher, I believe that the best teachers are parents. You know, children trust their parents more than any other adult. Typically, you know, parents are the first teachers. So I think if families, parents are able to teach children, that's the most natural environment. So one of my goals is to, when I'm teaching music, to try and incorporate the parent in that process. You know, I think an ideal situation is like, instead of doing a one-on-one music lesson where I'm there with the child, have the parent there and do like a jam together, so that the child can see that the parent is doing music, that it's okay to do music. They'll imitate their parent. They'll see that their parent is learning. You know, like, oh, my dad's learning, my mom is learning, I can do that too. You know, Kingston imitates everything we do. You know, and it's just the natural way of learning. So I have been, and I would like to do more of empowering parents so that they can teach their children music and other things. So I really commend you, Ben and Janet, for working with Ashton and showing him that it's cool to learn music. It's cool to do music. It's what we do. You know, our family does music. We learn music. We don't necessarily do it perfectly all the time, but that's okay, because we're all about learning and growing and having fun. So that's one of my passions, you know, when it comes to education. Having been in the public education system, I see a lot of the flaws. I'm like, I think homeschool's got a lot going for it, and alternative educational models have a lot going for them. Just because they encourage more playfulness, better relationships, more flexibility, and freedom. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way.
Wait, Daddy, put your stuff. What stuff?
Yeah.
What stuff?
I'm not read right now. Just kind
What's this truck?
What's this truck going crazy? Question and answer. Hey, this is really fun. If you all have any more questions for me, I know there's probably some on the screen, but I'm looking at the road right now. Doing good. Okay, there we go. All right. Been jamming the bass. You still got it. Well, gas. You gotta be more careful after something like that. Yeah, my voice. I think you're talking about. Yeah, I have to be more careful. Yeah, I pace myself more, and my vocal range used to be super high, super low. Now I just kind of stick within my speaking voice range, and I have to be more creative with just doing harmonies and stuff, and just taking it easy. Maybe it'll come back today. Wild Rose says your voice is soothing, often reflects happiness. That's awesome. Thank you. That's encouraging. It's not the most powerful. It probably was in the past. Yeah. If you listen to some of my recordings, I used to be really powerful. But I think it's okay just to have a soothing voice too. Make sure you take good care of it. Thank you so much. It's very cold weather. I am in Pakistan. From Pakistan. Wow. Cold there. Been jamming the bass. Definitely helped me. I'm glad. Who's that? My mom made music fun for me. Now I can do the same. That's totally awesome. I encourage anyone who's a parent or knows parents that want their children to do music, please make it fun. I've heard too many stories of people who, you know, their parents were encouraging them to do music, but it kind of became like a forceful thing. And so it was like, you go practice your piano right now, you know? And, you know, it was a drudgery, it was a chore. And the child did it, you know, they learned piano, whatever. But as soon as they were out from that pressure, they quit. And they association is really powerful. Associating music with you know, with pain and with strictness, I think is an unhealthy association. I think it should be more like a language. You know, I associate learning languages with food and with friends and with you know, cultural activities and, you know, families. That's how I associate learning a language. And music, when I was growing up, you know, music wasn't forced upon me. In fact, when I was learning violin, you know, my teacher in school would say, all right, you're going to practice these days, make sure you practice 15 minutes, blah, blah, blah. So I had my little practice schedule, and then I would play more because I wanted to, and I'd just be playing. And violin, if anybody knows, it's squeaky, you know. So my dad was like, Joe, that's enough practicing, you know, shut that door, man, you know. So I practiced so much that my parents were like, okay, that's enough. But they weren't, it wasn't associated with pain, you know, like it was always encouraged in a positive light and not forced. So I think that's powerful.
A little bit more, and then mommy's gonna take it, okay?
Let's see. Wild Rose says, can you still reach those notes or not at all? Some of the high notes, I struggle to reach them, especially when I'm singing out, you know, trying to sing out with a full voice. So yeah, I lost a lot of it's tired, like almost like a little bit scratchy or like kind of painful after a while. It's really weird. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, I'm trying to take it easy now. Hey y'all, I really appreciate the questions. This is really fun. Let's see, Janet, let me get past this truck. My grandmother played piano at the silent movie theater. That's awesome. She had a lot of fun playing. I have her old piano. What? Blessed we are. That's so amazing. Is it the piano that she played at the silent movie, or just the one that she had it at home to practice? My grandmother, Mama Kane, she tells a story. She's 90. She tells a story sometimes about how she used to go to the theater and they used to have a live band playing for the movies. Like, wow. And you know, silent movies, but then they have a live band playing. So that's pretty awesome. Like, wow. Things have changed. Yeah, memories of you know, I was reading a biography of who's that guy? Dietrich Bonhoeffer, and really interesting biography. But one of the things that stood out to me was how musical his family was, like how musical the culture was. Everybody played piano, everybody played music. You know, it was just like natural, and so you could go to anybody's house, you know, a lot of people's house, whatever, and have a jam session. Like anybody could sit down and start playing, and it was just like, and I think that it used to be that way in a lot of cultures. Like music was just part of what you do, just part of life. When I went to Africa, or even visiting, like singing, everybody sang in Africa. I went to Kenya years ago and went to South Africa recently. All the kids, all the people, like singing is just what you do. And you may have heard some of these African groups like the Soweto Gospel Choir, or some of these like magnificent harmonies and voices, but it was like part of the culture. Everybody sang, you know. And I think we can get back to that. You know, I think with the changes and whatever's going on, I think we need to get back to that, where people just do music. It's part of our life, part of our thing, you know. Apartment piano, 60s. I have no idea where we are now. Stay on the road. Video killed the radio star. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I think, you know, you had radio. I think radio probably transformed how we do music, you know, because before radio, well, they had record players and stuff, but it wasn't as programmed, you know. Before radio, you decided, if you had a record player, you would decide what songs to listen to and not, and you know, and if people had instruments, people would sing along. Then when you got to radio, the radio DJ decided what you're going to listen to or not. And then we added the video element, the visual element. It's like a lot of programming. I was watching this video on Weird Al Yankovic was talking about how in his heyday, it was easy to do parodies of songs because like there were just a few songs that were like the top songs, and so he knew which ones to pick to make a parody of. But nowadays it's kind of like niched in all these little subgenres, and so like it's kind of hard to like find the best song to do a parody of, because you'd have to like do a parody in this genre and a parody in that genre. So it's kind of different, you know. Back in the day, Michael Jackson was a hit, or Madonna, or whatever. Big names. Things have changed a lot. It's interesting. Wild Rose is so cool. I got my piano when I was 8. Can't play it much anymore due to health reasons. Oh. But I love it. But I adore it. Intend to keep it for as long as I live. That's awesome. Totally awesome. Music history is super interesting. Yeah, music history is interesting. And each family has their own music history too, which is pretty cool to pass on. This is my first live. Hi to everyone. Who's this? This is not very safe. I'm a safe driver though, so it's okay. Yeah, I usually do my live stream where I play music, but we're on our way to South Carolina. No, Washington D.C. to run some errands, visit some family, do some sightseeing. So figured I'd still do a live stream, but just doing like a question and answer. It's fun to get to know folks. Such cool stories, people talking about their experiences learning music and piano. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here so I can focus on the road. Whoa. Make sure I haven't missed any exits or nothing. But thank you all for being on the live stream. Yeah. She said be safe in DC. Yeah, we'll be okay, I think. DC is kind of wild, I hear. But hey, if you've got any problems, I'll go talk to Donald and say, hey, Mr. President, can you help me out? Let's see what we get. But yeah, we got some friends in the area, so they can tell us where to go and stuff like that. Do make sure you check the links in the description. You can get join my email newsletter. I do a pretty good job of keeping folks in the loop of when and where I'll be performing. So make sure you like and subscribe so you know when I'm going live. I will be doing.
Who gave that to you?
Gave what to me? Oh, Kingston. Looking at the road here. Y'all have a beautiful, safe time. Thank you. Safe travels. Avoid that part. Don't. Maybe I'll check out the new ballroom and see what's going on. All right. I'm gonna let you go for now. Do check out the patreon.com/Joseph E. Reed. You can join the inner loop and like and subscribe. All those wonderful things. Links in the description. Yeah. We'll see. I'll probably be doing a live stream with music. Hopefully tomorrow evening. We'll see what our schedule looks like. Probably ukulele. So, all right. Any other thing, Kingston? All right, my boy. All right. See y'all next time. God bless. Bye. Oh, hang on. Let me get that. 1 second. Play in front of the Kennedy Center. That's a good idea. Okay. All right. God bless.